everybody. Welcome to our call. My name is Stephanie Richardson, and I am so glad to have you on tonight's call. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to allow a couple of you to get on, plug in my headphones because my children are being loud in the background. I'm going to see if this helps our sound level because I have children and dogs, and seems like my children, like the older they get, it seems like it'd be easier with them. Not the case. They just get louder voices. So anyway, my name is Stephanie Richardson, and if you don't know who I am, I'm probably like your grandma. And I don't mean like grandma, like grandma, but I'm somehow related to you in the Beachbody world. So somehow, some way I'm related to you because I started a long time ago, and your coach's coach or your coach or something decided to ask you to be a coach, and it started from me inviting your coach's coach or something like that to be a part. So I'm so glad to have you on tonight's call. We're going to talk about kind of an interesting subject. It's not super goal. Oh, sorry, there's a bad echo, people are saying. Does anyone else have a bad echo? Anyone? Okay, sorry. Still, is there another bad echo? Is it better, Jennifer? All right, it's perfect now. Okay, well, good. So glad that you guys are on. I'm going to try to take out some of this noise so people aren't messaging us. All right, we're okay. I'm getting word that we are okay. Okay, sorry. I wanted to procrastinate just a little bit because I wanted people to have a little bit of time to get on, and we are so glad you're here. Getting word, no echo. Thank you, no echo. So we're going to talk about decoding the leadership ladder. And we're going to talk a little bit why the leadership ladder is important, why we're putting more and more emphasis on it, and I'm going to talk a quick version of what I shared about at Summit with Shay Stanford. So let's get to it. I know your time is precious, so let's get to it and start our slides, because I made slides. They're not really fancy, but you know, they're slides. So we're going to start these slides and get started. Okay, so first we're going to talk about a little bit of recognition because I love recognition. And I want to give a huge shout out to Carrie Hughes for achieving Diamond. Carrie, that is super amazing. You look like a super fun girl. And then also Shannon Gaspard. Wow, Shannon's already a Diamond coach. Congratulations, Miss Shannon, on being a Diamond coach. We'll actually give a big shout out to Jennifer Dye for being a Diamond coach. Congratulations. And then Erica McNally for being a Star Diamond coach. Way to go, Miss Erica. And then Jessie Meredith for being a 2-star diamond. I love this. This is big time. And I'm going to share a little bit why this is big time as we get started. So some of the times when people become a coach, they get focused on, I want to be a diamond coach. And which is great, and I believe becoming a diamond coach is very important. The reason I feel like becoming a diamond coach is important is because I believe to the outside world, it's one of those first things that really separates you from the people who are just doing this as a hobby. And people are watching you. When you sign up to be a coach, people are watching you and are trying to decide, like, are you in this for real? Is this legitimate? Or are you one of those people that are selling this one day, selling something else the next day, that sort of thing? So by becoming a diamond coach, it's really showing like other people that, yes, I'm in this, I'm making this a big deal, and I'm a leader. And so what happens with that, which I think I've watched my coaches, what's happened with them is people go, oh, you're a diamond? I want to be with you. I want to sign up with you. And, you know, they may have had to kind of not manufacture getting diamond, but it's kind of a house of cards organization where they signed up their brother or their sister or their uncle. when they get to diamond, and then other people start kind of coming along and they're like, hey, that thing you were talking about, you're really into that, right? And, yeah. And so it just kind of starts helping you have more credible people join you. And that's why I believe becoming a diamond is really important. However, what happens when you get to diamond, a lot of people feel like it's going to be a pay raise when they get to diamond. They think, okay, I'm going to be diamond, and then I am going to be making the big bucks. I loved, if you were at our Target Summit, Shay Sanford said that when she got to diamond, she made $57 that week. And she's like, what? I just moved up the ladder. Like, I'm a diamond coach. You know, in the corporate world, when you get a promotion, you make more money. And that's not necessarily the case with Beachbody. And so what happened was people were getting to diamond, getting a little frustrated because they were like, wait, I thought diamond meant I was a leader in this company. It meant that, you know, I was kind of something. And while it does have some status to it, it doesn't necessarily mean your pay doesn't make much difference in your pay. And the reason is because we want to teach you how to become a stable and strong business. And the way to do that is by, let me show you. Let's give an example. Okay, so we have Coach A. Coach A just signed up her mother, her brother, her sister, you know, that sort of thing. And their volume is like very small. Coach B maybe signed up a couple family members too, but then they have some people that are working the business. Which person, they have the same amount of coaches signed up. Which person is making more money? Coach B is making way more money because they have people that are building the business. And that is how you have a stable and growing business. A lot of times you hear people, they're like, oh my gosh, they signed up 400 coaches this year or whatever. And that is not how I believe you should build your business. And I know I'm probably saying something that no one's seeing my slide. Are y'all not seeing my slide? Are y'all seeing my slide? I just got a text. You weren't seeing my slide. Let me try it again. Can y'all see my slide now? No. What? Now you're going to see me. Okay, we'll go back to my slide in a second and see if it works. So, no slide. Dang it. It was just there. Okay, I'll try it again. So anyway, so in that picture, hi, everyone's texting me. They see me. Hi. Okay, let me try this again and see if this works. Were y'all seeing any of the slides or none of the slides? All right, can you see that slide? It says that it's showing y'all. I wonder if it doesn't like this format. Okay, so let me try something else. All right. Some people are saying they see it and some people say they don't. Let me try it this way. Can y'all see it this way? I swear I do these all the time. I never have problems. Of course, I want to do the big call. Can everyone see where it says diamond versus team leader? No, right here. Oh, yes. Okay, so y'all see this. Okay, that's the slide we were talking about earlier. So this is how you can see the Coach A and the Coach B. Okay, cool. I now have 19 text messages that y'all probably all hearing the dinging. Okay, so let's try it this way. Hopefully you can all see it. So diamond versus team leader. So we have Coach A, Coach B. Remember I said Coach A kind of just signs up all the people just as discount. Coach B is the person who adds builders. So here's a lot of people ask me, like, what do you think about just signing up discount coaches? I do not believe in just signing up discount coaches. I believe that you should definitely give people the option, whether they want to sign up as a discount or a builder. But in order to battle and end the trend of obesity, there's no way we can do that just signing up discount coaches, because really that's still just you helping people. And the way to really, really help others is for us to duplicate ourselves. And I know that it may sound, it's way harder to invite someone to join you in coaching than it is to join your challenge group. I get it. But if at the core you really are about helping people and changing their lives, then you have to invite them. I always love Julie Schulte saying that it's a gift, and it is a gift. And we are not going to be able to help people. We're not going to be able to really make a change in our society until we start having builder coaches. And so I hope that you see it as that. And I think that it's really, in order to develop a strong business, you have to be finding people that want to join you in the business. And that is something that I've always been a big fan of. I'm like, hey, I'll help 5 people, you help 5 people, then so-and-so is going to help 5 people. That's way more that's going to make a bigger impact, I think, than if I help 10 people. Okay. So that's my philosophy on, becoming a diamond versus a team leader. Okay. So now let's look at, the next slide. So we're talking about, diamond versus team leader, blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to talk about what it looks like for your organization, okay? Because I know that a lot of times we talk about these kind of things and people are like, yeah, show me the money, right? Like, they're like, I don't really understand what you're talking about, but how do I do that? So we're going to kind of go and figure out where you are. And so what I want you guys to do, I want you to go to, while we're doing this, I want you to go and screenshot your leadership ladder benchmark. And you can find that in the Coach Online Office. Go from Coach Online Office down to My Business or actually, if you go, it's actually right on the front. Coach Online Office, there's those different tabs. And it says like Success Club, and that's right. I actually cut that off on this picture, but it has little tabs. It's the last tab. It says Leadership Ladder, and you'll be able to see where you are. What I would like for you to do is to screenshot that. The reason is that you have to be tracking where your business is going. And yeah, I said this the other day. I told Barbie Decker or Barbie Kalev, I said, hey, Barbie, I'm going to be 15 star. I'm not sure which business center I'm going to make it happen, but I'm just going to work for it. She's like, no. You have to know. And you have to know where you're going, which business center, what you're doing. And she's right. I mean, I know that when I'm tracking these kind of things, then I'm much more successful. So this is your job now. You're going to be tracking where you're going. Okay, where you are right now. You may be a business starter, you may be a team builder, you may be a team leader, you may be an organizational leader. Wherever you are in the rung, where are you right now? And then we're going to talk about how you get to the next rung. All right? Y'all all tracking with me? Okay, so have you gone to your Coach Online Office? Hopefully you've gone and you've figured out where you are. Okay? Now, I love this picture here. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know if you can see what hers says, but she has like, it's probably not showing up very well for you, but she has, I don't know if you can see it. She has like 376 commissions. She had 204 last month. Her next benchmark is $250. Okay, so she's a business starter, which is the beginning. She's not a team builder yet. So we can kind of see like what you need to do to get to where you are. Okay, so the next part is commissions. Okay, so how do you get to the commissions part? Well, a lot of times people are like, well, just sell more, blah, blah, blah. I love taking the commissions and kind of breaking it down a little bit. So if you want, and we talked about this last week in our team call, breaking down those, if you want to earn a lot through commissions, your goal should be to not only have every month, you need to have a certain amount of people you want to have your challenge group. Now, I know you're like, well, I just want to, hit Success Club. No, you need to have a specific number in mind, how many people you want to have in your challenge group. Okay? And then you want to teach that to your downline. It's really, really important. The other really huge, important key that I don't feel like we do a good job at is retaining our customers. I feel like we're kind of like a one and done. Okay, we got my Success Club points, now let's go the next month, right? But we don't really invest in our customers to the point where we're like, okay, let's keep them. We want to keep them around. If we keep them, if we help them have a great experience as a challenger, and we show them how important Shakeology is to their diet, then to get to that $1,000 commission per month or whatever rung you want to be is going to be so much more simple if you retain your customers. I did something I broke it down the other day where it was like, if you sold 5 challenge packs this month, if you sold 5 challenge packs over the next 3 months, that's $500 every month because of the residual income. It's a huge, huge part that we miss out on. So set how many people you want to have in your challenge group, and then keep those customers. Take care of those customers. Make them understand why Shakeology is so important, and then add to that those customers. Okay, so that's how you get more commission. And you can see that coach, she was at like 376. She was a newer coach. I think when we screenshotted that, she had been a coach for 3 months or something like that. So not very long, and she was an Emerald coach, but she hadn't been a coach for very long. So you can see how even it's starting to add, and she's starting to build that commission. All right, next is Success Club. Y'all, Success Club needs to be absolutely, positively non-negotiable. Life is going to happen. It is. Crazy things are going to happen. It just is. But you need to make Success Club a non-negotiable. And here's the deal. I think that if you make it non-negotiable in the hardest times of your life, then your team will realize that it is a non-negotiable for them too. It's important to teach this to your team. Now, for those that are kind of new, Success Club, you get 2 points for every new challenge pack you sell, and 1 point for every new customer on Shakeology on Home Direct. And I just feel like this is so, so key. It's a benchmark. It's like, hey, this is my non-negotiable. This is where I'm going to go. And if you get higher than Success Club 5, that's even better, because that is just escalating your business. Success Club 5 to me is just maintaining your business. It's not necessarily growing. And I know you're like, wah, wah, but it is true. Like, Success Club is a non-negotiable. It is just a maintenance. That is just like I think Christina Delgado said, that's just like you're open. Your doors are open. That doesn't mean that you're making money. Your doors are open. And then getting Success Club 10 and teaching your coaches to do the same is when it really starts to add up. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in my case study. So next is rank. So in order to be a team leader, you need to be a diamond. And that means you have 4 coaches on each side, 1 coach on each side being an emerald. So that is 12 total. Now I'll go back to this slide, and it talked about, a business starter is just a coach, a team builder is an emerald, a team leader is a diamond, organizational leader is a 2-star diamond, and then an executive leader is a 5-star diamond. So I'm using team leader as kind of a benchmark for us today. But you know what? Guess what? The next part that I talk about is having your PS coaches with 1 or more Success Club point, and you need 4 to be a team leader. If you learn this right off the bat as a brand new coach, you are going to be leaps and bounds ahead of anyone else. If you learn right now to celebrate your coaches hitting Success Club, even if they just hit 1 point, but if you learn right now to celebrate that, and that is just a normal for your team, then you are already way farther ahead than most of us were. We didn't learn this for a while. Like, hey, if I'm watching if I'm taking, celebrating these small successes, they're huge to them. I mean, how scary is it to just press that, that button, that first email to send it? That is so scary. So celebrate your coaches. And here's the deal. Watch it every month, every day. Find out where they are. What are they doing? Talk to them on the one-on-one calls. Help them set goals for this and help them achieve it. When we have, when every month I have an elite goal every year, and I know how many, I've broken it down and I know what I have to do each month. And so I'm looking at my sponsorship drill down. And if you don't know where your sponsorship drill down, it's my business over to my downline, then down to sponsorship drill down. And that will show you all your organization, what they're doing, how many Success Club points are, if they're active. It's just like, that's like our Bible. Like, we look at that every day. And so I know that I have to have, part of my equation for being elite is that I have to have 4 to 6 coaches every month that are new coaches from last year or this year hit Success Club. So I'm constantly on this. But I think about, like, what if I was a new coach and I was looking at my coaches and encouraging them to hit Success Club and really doing that from the beginning? I would have grown so much faster, because guess what? Those Success Club points sometimes mean new coaches added. And you are setting an example to your team of what to do. And by talking about it, by recognizing it and making it a big deal. Now, this is the part most people are like, oh my gosh, this freaks me out. I don't know what this means. Okay? You are probably on this call because you want to get this, understand this, and it's so confusing. Okay, let's say on the leadership ladder for a team leader, you need to have 5,000 points on your weak leg per month. Okay? So in here, this illustration is $250 a week, which equates to 5,000 points per month. Okay? That means per week you need about 15 coaches on one side and 30 coaches on the other side, all being on home direct per week, in order to get 5,000 points. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have only signed up 2 people, my brother and my mom, and how in the world am I going to get, if you add up, I think it's like 1,840, what is that, 45 times 4, I think it was like 130 or something like that, people. You're like, yeah, right, like I'm going to have that many coaches. Well, guess what? That's when the parts that we're talking about above, like especially that having those PS coaches with 1 Success Club or more, and signing up coaches that want to work the business and are actually helping people, that's how you get there. And it doesn't happen overnight. You have to watch, you look for this, you find out where you are, you watch it, and you watch to see where it's growing and where it's not growing, and you celebrate those people that have the high personal volume or high PV in your downline, and you encourage them and you ask them if you can have help, that you can help them. It doesn't matter if they're your personally sponsored coach or not. Go through that sponsorship drill and find out who the people are that are adding to your, week leg volume. If their coach isn't working with them, then reach out to them and help them, because that is how you get 5,000 points, by helping your whole team. And by, encouraging that, by recognizing their volume. And that's how you add to your week leg volume. It's through them getting commissions and them hitting Success Club and them having their coaches hit Success Club. It's all related. Isn't that weird? Like, it's all has to do. It's all pieces of the puzzle that help you have a stable environment. Let's go back up to where you are. And you can see that you don't even have to worry about that week leg volume until you're a team builder. And at that point, 200 on your week leg is where you want to be. And that's probably 4 coaches or something like that total on home direct in your downline. So that's probably one of the hardest parts for people. And someone asked the other day, they're like, so, is there a way to give people like a timeline on how they can get that volume. And there really isn't a timeline. Maybe some of you coaches have figured it out. Because it's newer, there's really not a timeline. And just like anything with our business, it really depends on you and your effort and, you know, your skills and what you do with your time with Beachbody to build that. Again, if you're just signing up discount coaches and you teach your people just to sign discount coaches, you're going to feel like a hamster in a wheel. I'm telling you. That's when I see, and I'm going to show you what that looks like a little bit. It looks like a hamster in a wheel because you are just basically replacing what you had before. Okay? So what if your goal is more than that? Here are some income goals you can look at to help you with that. I sort of love talking about income goals. I know, I'm kind of weird like that. But anyway, so that is your income goals. Next is duplication. Okay, so this is like the secret sauce. If y'all are here still in the call and you want to know the secret sauce to all this, it's duplication. If you don't duplicate, then you're not going to grow. It creates stability. It creates strength. And when you start teaching your people what to do, then that makes the hugest difference. And you do that by creating a team culture, by recognizing your coach's achievements, and by empowering you others to do things. And by empowering, I mean, we talked a little bit about recognition, creating a team culture, like we talked about that right away, like by encouraging people. Those are kind of similar. But the third part is empowering people, helping them find where the answers are so you don't feel like you are the FAQ. Okay? The quicker they know where to get the information, the faster they're going to be at the business, right? Because they're not like, well, my coach hasn't messaged me back. I don't know where. If they know where to find the answers, they're going to be a lot faster and have more confidence in the business. So I'm going to share with you, and I didn't put on this, but Beachbody does not guarantee that everyone will make, I don't know, Corey, you'll have to say the disclaimer for me, but it's based on your own skill, merit, dedication in order to earn money. But I'm going to show y'all, I don't show this very often, but I'm going to show you my volume. Because I feel like it's important to see, as we have been talking about, like how fast does it grow and how does it grow and that sort of thing. I want to show y'all a couple of things and not to brag or whatever, but I want to show you what's going on in these business centers. I'm going to show you these 3 business centers, and I'm going to show you what's going on in these business centers so you can kind of see like, okay, like it does grow, right? The volume does grow. I want to show you what happened from, so you'll notice on the right, so you'll notice like 2010, I think is when, 2010 to 2011, on that left side is when Julie Schulte was, I think she was in the top 10 that year. So that left side really started to grow. And then the year from 2011 to 2012, you'll notice that huge jump, and then it kept jumping after that. And the reason is that we created a system that was duplicatable. We started challenge groups. And this was our lingo. How many people do you have in your challenge group this month? How many people are you helping? Are you using the 5-step script? How many people are you inviting each day? That was our lingo, and that's when it started. And that's when we saw a huge jump. Then, not only that, in 2012, 2013, the jump from 2012 to 2013, the jump was I had a lot of elite coaches in my downline. Elite coaches were starting to pop up, and star diamonds were starting to pop up. And what is going on. That's what you don't see behind the numbers, is the growth of our team. Our team was duplicating and doing it well. Okay? So I want to show you this business center. So this business center, has not been around as much as the other business center. It has 7,725 people in it. I think the first business center has like 20,000 something. So this business center, I get really geeked out on numbers. I hope y'all like this kind of stuff. But again, you can see the huge jump from 2011 to 2012. Again, that's when challenge packs came out. That's when, we were seeing growth. And you can tell in 2014, it didn't grow like exponentially in 2014, 2015. Now, again, these are different weeks, so that one week could have been better, and these are by week, right? But we didn't gain leaders. We had some leaders drop those years. We had some, and then some start to replace, but we didn't see the momentum as we did 2015, 2016, because we had lost some leaders and that sort of thing in this business center. Okay. So you can also see that the leadership is really important to gaining some stability. All right. Now you'll see at that bottom, you'll see that this probably was making, and by 2010 was probably, it was probably 2011 before this business center what would have been a team leader, right, with the 5,000. And again, this is a business center that, so let's look at this business center. Now this business center has not been worked as much. There's only 913 people in this business center. So it hasn't grown as steadily as some of the other ones because it hasn't had the people, it hasn't had the leadership, it doesn't have the star diamonds and that sort of thing in it. Okay? So I think the reason I wanted to show you all those numbers was because I wanted you to see what a difference it makes for your business to have leaders and how important it is. You know, it's why you need to take care of your people. You want to nurture them. You want to help them. You want to help them goal set. And you have to be on it. Everyone will tell you that I am like the ditziest person. I'm like so not detail oriented whatsoever. But I geek out on these numbers. Like I got to a point where like, okay, if I focus on my numbers and I know where I'm going, I'm helping so many more people and I'm changing lives. If I don't focus on these numbers and I just kind of go, well, I'm going to help some people this month, I'm not growing. Okay? So that I feel like is really important to share with you guys, is that you have to track it. So I did have you screenshot from the beginning your benchmarks. And then next month, I want you to screenshot again. And I want you to compare them and see where you can increase and where you need to, where you need to go. You have control over a lot of this with the team leadership ladder. You have control over how many people you bring on, the quality of people you bring on, how you onboard them. You do have some control over that. So I hope this helps you a little bit, again, to go back a little bit, the team leader, to get commissions, you want to be able to retain and add customers each month, and a specific number that you want to have each month, and be specific with what you want to have and have your team be specific. Again, remember we saw that huge jump is when we were very specific with how much numbers we had. And I don't feel like some of the other years we were specific, but I remember being very specific that year. The next was Success Club, make it a non-negotiable for you and your team, like make it happen. You should be able to help 3 people every month at least, and that's the minimum. And so make it a non-negotiable. And how do you do that? By talking to more people. You have to talk to more people in order to do that. And then rank, know where rank you want to be. If you want to be a diamond, remember it's 12 coaches, 4 on each side, and 2 of those being emerald. Okay. And then track how many of your personally sponsored coaches have Success Club. You only need 4 to have at least 1 point to be a team leader. And then last is track your week leg volume. Celebrate, recognize, find out those people in your organization that are working. If they're not working with someone, help them, reach out to them and love on them and point them in the direction that they may need some help. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys in becoming a team leader. It's really not that exciting of a subject, but I think it's really important, because when we know what to track and we're able to track, it's so fun watching that growth. And I'm excited about watching you guys' growth. Have a great night.